What's going on, people? Welcome to 137 Works, and today we have a first look at my first ever car. Basically, I've been waiting like 10 years, so I'm 27 now. You're legal to drive in Ireland when you turn 17, and I've basically been waiting this long for it to come along. I've been saving since like November, I think, like hardcore properly saving, to be able to afford a loan to buy the car. And I got it eventually. It took some time, but I did eventually get there. It's a 2008 Toyota Yaris. It is not new, obviously. It's not brand new. I bought it. It's a used car, basically. I bought off the Facebook Marketplace. But yeah, 2008 Toyota Yaris. It's a 1 litre. It is pretty pokey down low, I have to say, just being completely honest. It's down to kind of like 1 litre or down to first gear, second gear kind of range. You put your foot down, it'll pull you along, but it is only 1 litre fundamentally, so it's not kind of crazy. Like once you get past that, you're not going to be doing any kind of crazy high speeds or anything like that, or beating anybody in a straight race. I love it. I didn't think I would. I was on the lookout for like a Polo, ideally, because I just like the way they look, and like you can get them in a 1.2, which again is going to be a little bit faster. But yeah, I don't know. It's probably, I don't know if I'm biased because it's my first car, or if I just genuinely is just a great looking cool car. But I just think it's gorgeous. As you can see from the clips outside, it is a 2-door, so there's only like two longer doors. But the overall car length is small. I wanted the car to be like, I wanted a smaller car. I didn't want something like Ford. Obviously, you take what you can get, but if I had a choice, because I'm only learning and I've only got like what they call provisional license, in Ireland, I wanted something smaller, compact, that'd be easier to maneuver in and out of car park spaces and stuff like that. Plus, just the way that we park on my road in front of my house, we have to park out, and I didn't want something huge sticking out into the road and worrying about that all the time. So yeah, as far as the features go, so we'll have a look. I'll switch the camera around. So yeah, you can see the steering wheel, I think, looks gorgeous. Again, one of the reasons that I love VW Polos, I think the steering wheel looks really cool. I will say it's weird not having anything directly behind, having the let me just start it up. It is a bit strange having the cluster over to the left and like just having this empty space. But one of the things that I'll show you when I get into it is the amount of storage. Like, it's absolutely insane the way they've used the space. But basically, yeah, it's really cool. The CD player doesn't have an AUX or an MP3 or Bluetooth, unfortunately. I bought this like charger just to charge my phone with. But yeah, you've got your climate controls, everything, all that kind of stuff here. Again, a really cool, different funky layout. CD player, radio. One of the cool things about the radio is if you look here, FM1, but you can press either the FM button here and you've got FM2 or FM3, or the mode button on the steering wheel does the same thing. So we've got a bit of like cool autofocus going on there, blurring it in the background. But basically that does the same idea, where you can change the FM2. And basically the way that works is that FM1 has 6 stations, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, FM2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, FM3, so on and so forth. Very cool. But yeah, so that's that, as you can see, obviously, as well. So on the steering wheel, controls for the channel and the volume, as well as switching the mode. Your usual stalks, whatever they're called, for lighting and windows, wipers and that kind of thing. Yeah, basically, as far as features go, it's not quite as full featured as some of the other cars that I was looking at for around the price range, but it does me perfectly fine. Yeah, so I basically got back into the olden days of making CDs. It's like burning up CDs that the way we used to do, literally kind of 2007, 2008-ish, back when my mate bought his first car. Fun fact about that story, my friend at the time was actually, because he dropped out of school early and had been working for ages, he was able to buy a 2007 Ford Fiesta in 2017, 2007 even, at 17 years old. I was always very impressed by that. But yeah, so that's basically the majority of the inside, except for I will now go and show you all the insane like storage options. So wait till you get a look at the sheer amount of storage / places to store a beverage in this car. Like, it's insane. So starting from the left, right, down by the side, you've got your little bin or storage compartment and a place for a drink. 1, 2, 3, little space in here, 4, place down there where I usually leave my phone. Then in front of the driver you have this, like, it's amazing. 5, obviously, where I've actually got my cup of tea, and 6, another little compartment down there. Then you've also got obviously your side thing, a little pocket here, a little place again which is a perfect height for like a phone or something, another drinks container or holder, whatever you want to call it, cup holder, and then down on either side there. Basically, it's incredible. Like, the amount of places that they've given you to hold things is like, it's unnecessary. Like, you would never have enough stuff to put in all of these spaces. But yeah, I'll get out and then have a look at the boot and the back side of the car. Basically, now if you pop the boot, basically you can see the back. It's not huge by itself, but it's enough for what I use it for sticking stuff in the back on the way to or from work or something like that, or like a little bit of shopping from the shop. But also you'll find my aerial, which I forgot to screw back on after getting the car washed. Side note, if you notice any water marks, that's, yeah, I just got it washed and didn't rinse off properly apparently. The boot is pretty cool because you have this space here, but the seats actually, with this tab here, you can push them forward. If I can do it, yeah. So you can push the seats forward, or when they're all the way back, if you need to put them down, this tab here, you can push them forward, and I believe they go all the way flat, which is pretty cool. You've also got like this container under here, which has jumper cables my granddad gave me, an ice scraper that came with the car, your jack kit, and then underneath that mat, I won't lift it now because I've only got one hand free, but underneath that mat is a spare tyre as well. Very well kitted out, I have to say. Don't lose this. But yeah, I'm absolutely stoked on it. We'll just screw that back on real quick. You can see my L plates. I am a learner driver, which basically means that I've only got provisional license, which means I have to take the full test to get my full license, which I'll be booking on Friday. Well, tomorrow. Today's Thursday. That's the car itself. It's pretty sick. I guess we can pop a look at the engine. Again, it's a 1 litre. It's not very special. There's not a whole lot to look at, but in the interest of showing off the whole thing. So it has a little tab, and I'm not used to it, so I still don't know where to get the tab exactly the first time every time. But yeah, so there you go. Pretty chill, nothing crazy. Little 1 litre, very spacious in there. Don't know what you want to put in it, but if you wanted to, the room was there for it. Yeah, give one more look. I don't know if I think I've got all the nice beauty shots that I can, but yeah, I dig it. So you're probably wondering about modifications, if there's anything that I want to do to the car as far as like doing it up. There is, it's just, it costs money. Like when you're paying rent and you're paying for the car itself, like all that stuff, if I do anything like that will come down the road. In my head, I have coilovers to lower it, spacers for the wheels, obviously to widen out the wheels, and then just a decent set of cool little wheels somehow. And then just small stuff like the gear stick. I'd like, wait to see this, right? It's hideous. That is the gear stick that comes with the car. I just find it to be repulsive. It looks all worn out. It actually is worn out. I just realized that it's meant to be silver. The top of it's worn out so much that you can see through it. It looks like a horrible kind of ivory or something like that. That won't do. That won't do at all. And then just like the dirt and that. So I'm gonna get like a cool, I've seen a couple like on eBay, like little metal ones, like different colored metal ones that I think I like the look of. Thankfully we don't live in a hot country, so I don't need to worry about burning my hand completely. But yeah, I will be, if and when I do anything like that, I'll be making videos on it as well. So you can expect to see like, oh, the car before and after, like this is it, completely standard now. If and when in the future I do any modifications to it, you will be able to compare it to this video and see what happened between then and now, or now and then even. $7.50 for this cup. $7.50. I picked it up in Aldi, which is like supposed to be like a really cheap place. Thinking, oh yeah, like this is probably only €2 or €3. I went to scan through like two of their little like €3 spaghetti bologneses and a bottle of Coke and the cup, and it came to €15. And I was like, what the heck? Yeah, I just basically came around. This is like my kind of estate. I came around. There's like a lovely big like mansion up there, and there's a nice view of the mountains. Actually, I don't know if you could see it in the background, but if you look over, yeah, somewhere, yeah, like there's a cool view of the mountains that I thought would be some like a decent backdrop. Since I can't drive too far, like I technically shouldn't be driving at all, but like literally my house is just around the corner, so I popped down here to get this video and get some clips. And yeah, I think that's about it. I'm sure when I'm editing it, I'll notice something that I missed. I'm just annoyed that like, oh, so I talked about the car wash earlier on, and I'm looking around and I see all like the car wash, like I guess it's the soap spots or whatever, the water droplets. I only washed the car. We bought the car on Friday. Again, today's Thursday, so I've owned it about a week now nearly. And I bought it on the Friday. I washed it on the Friday night. I drove around to wash it in the Friday night, and I came out to it today to again, the shop is 2 seconds from my house, so I drive around. Yeah, I came out to it today and it was covered in bird shit. I'm pretty sure one of my neighbours keeps pigeons, so I think his pigeons shit all over my car, and I'm after getting it washed and there's like water drops all over it. I know I technically should do it myself manually with the hose thing and everything, and I probably will start doing that from now on because it takes a bit longer, but I really don't like all the water suds like on my mirror. My mirror is almost like unusable with water droplets on it, so that's not ideal. But yeah, I think that's about it. I showed it like just a really quick tour of the car. I'm really stoked and I'm really proud of it. It's been coming for years. I've been waiting for years, and it's another thing that I finally achieved in my life, like one of those things off your life goal. And yeah, that's that. So if you enjoyed it, please do leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new here. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.